Introduction to Equations Tutorials and Revision Guides. In this set of math tutorials we cover equations in detail with clear guides, equations, formulas and working examples. This chapter contains 8 tutorials with a total of 35 lessons. Each tutorial includes example questions, a revision guide and supporting equations calculators. We also provide online equations calculators, which allow you to calculate specific equations formula in support of the tutorials, or to check and verify your own calculations in support of your equations homework, math coursework, or to help you improve your own understanding so it is easier to teach your children equations. This chapter deals with equations and related concepts. The first tutorial discusses some introductory concepts preceding equations such as mathematical sentences, open and close. Then it discusses the definition of equations and their components elements. In addition, the regular form of equations in general is explained before starting to deal in more detail with first-order equations with one variable. The second tutorial focuses on word problems involving equations, where some daily life situations are used to illustrate the application of equations in practice. These problems are solved with 1, 2, or more steps depending on the complexity of their clues. This tutorial also includes problems with second-order equations with one variable and first-order equations with 2 variables, as an introduction to such equations that are discussed more extensively in the other tutorials of this chapter. The third tutorial is about identities and their meaning in math. The 3 types of equations, identities, conditional identities and inconsistent equations, are explained by illustrating them with various examples. 2 other things you can learn in this tutorial are how to solve a question in math by proof, and how to disprove a claim in math using counterexamples. The fourth tutorial of this chapter deals with the iterative methods used to solve equations, where the most frequent ones are the 2 change in sign methods that we use when the other methods are not applicable. Other related concepts such as the recursive iteration and iteration machines are also discussed in this tutorial. The 5th tutorial of this chapter deals with quadratic equations, another name used for second-degree equations with 1 or 2 variables. This tutorial explains how to solve quadratic equations using 2 methods, simple factorization and the completing the square method. The 6th tutorial of this chapter focuses exclusively on the quadratic formula used to solve quadratic equations more simply and comprehensively. Besides the meaning of discriminant and its importance in determining the number of roots in quadratic equations, this tutorial also explains how to use Vieta's formulas to find the original coefficients and constant of a quadratic equation when the roots are known. The 7th tutorial of this chapter focuses on systems of first-order equations with 2 variables, also known as linear equations. The 3 methods available for solving such systems, elimination, substitution and graphing methods, are explained through numerous examples. Last, you will learn how to verify the correct solution of a system of linear equations. The 8th and last tutorial of this chapter deals again with systems of equations where one is linear and the other is quadratic, or both equations are quadratic. This tutorial highlights the graphing method, one of the 3 methods used for solving systems of equations, which is the most appropriate in such situations. Moreover, we deal with some specific situations where a system of linear equations may have no or multiple solutions. That is all for Introduction to Equations. To start this chapter, please watch the first tutorial 9.1, Introduction to Variables, Coefficients and Constants. First-order equations with 1 variable. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe to keep up to date with new videos. For more information, calculators, and tutorials, please visit www.icalculator.info.